Yo, 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 what it do? R2C Elite 247 recruiting is live. Live. Let's get into it. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. All right. I turned up the mic a little bit. Um, Rundown, top recruits, top class, impact freshmen, um, early national signing day. Kind of missed one. Shoot, I messed up my graphic, but it's okay. Um, oh, hold on. My capture card messed up. All right, we in the building now. We hit the top 10 recruits. Um, let's jump into it. Benny and Penn State, number one running back, number one player in the nation. Um, 5-star, 111 national state in New York, and position 5'10", 197. Elusive bruiser. I would like to see what his stats are, his acceleration and speed. I might have I might have had that at one time being third on his list, but nonetheless, number one player in the nation. Number two, Mike Backer, Glenn McClung going to OU, and coach. I'll drop the Discord link here soon, but um, pretty sure it's full, or you got to actually work your way up through the Builder League, but they should let you in. Jay Green. Um, but number two player in the nation, Mike Backer McClung, going to OU out of Texas. Defensive tackle, Jaden Titus, going to Tennessee. And Double D, 6'3", 290. I'm interested to see what he looks like and see if he gets on the field early for Double D. Number four player in the nation, athlete, quarterback, dual threat, Alex Hurley. He's a gym, 5-star. I guess that means he's a 5-star plus in on three world. Um, I had him scouted at one point. I don't think I'd have him on my board anymore to go look at him, but he's he should be a good replacement for Achilles Smith, who I think is still there and should be on his last year. Next quarterback going to Penn State. So two players that Benny's got coming out of the top five to College Park. Alpha Saragusa, 6 foot 199, dual threat. Interested to see what he looks like too. Uh, Six player in the nation, quarterback going to Notre Dame, who's the only computer or non-user in the top 10 that you see over there on the left hand screen. I know I put 2029 championship week under that. I missed that one. I should have changed that. But quarterback going to Notre Dame. Then you got an edge player, AJ Stacy, going to Penn State. Geez, Benny's cleaning up in the top 10. I didn't recognize that until going through them. I typed their names, but I didn't look at what schools they went to. Eight, going to Bump and Run. Cam Stone over there at USC, defending champs, who's waiting on Tulane and Texas A&M to play. Hopefully tonight. But he gets an athlete. Looks like he's going to be a linebacker out of Colorado, going to USC Trojans. Number 9, running back Popik, going to Florida State. And Yak, I think he's an elite dev player that I saw or he said in chat. So back-to-back elite years for Yak. And then rounding out our top 10, fourth player going to College Park in Benny, Barry Ficken, Will Backer. So there's your top 10. Benny has a nice core. I don't think he's gonna get fired as much as he jokes around in chat about not seeing Penn State through deeper runs, but he's gonna get players. He's gonna be competitive. He's gonna probably be in the playoffs year in year out. Let's check out these other couple. 11's not signed yet. Notre Dame, USC, Tennessee, Michigan, A&M, not signed. LSU, Bama, OU, SC, Texas, Michigan. So you see Michigan, USC, A&M, Penn State with multiple players in the top 25. So some dudes are doing some good coaching right there. Hit some players here. Cribbs. I had on my board. I wanted to look at Cribbs going to coach at OU. 5-star player. Should get on the field early. That block shedding might hold him back a little bit, but very good first step, acceleration, strength, pretty good for a true freshman coming in. So there you go. Computer, Wisconsin, D tackle will probably be pretty good for the fighting computers, fighting Badgers. Sandbacker going to Arkansas that I missed out on, looking pretty good. 80 zone, 89 acceleration, 81 speed. One I really wanted was this kid, Roger Van Horn. I wasn't on his board at all. I thought I might climb up the ladder on him, but I got locked out after the first week after preseason to week 0. And he's going to Yak. He's 6'4", 93 excel, 95 speed. So there's a good head topper right there for Yak. Just for my bragging rights or whatever you want to call him, 3-star quarterback right here, 91 throw power, 85 speed, 87 acceleration, dot. I'm really contemplating on playing the true freshman. I got 2 dudes that I recruited in Fuentes and Alba that they've done some good things. Fuentes was the backup quarterback on the national champion team, so he's got some clout there. Alba was signed after the championship, so I might be looking to replace. It's going to be hard to replace the senior and Alba, who's got good stats too, but I might do it. Yeah, it's going to hurt him, but it will only hurt him if I don't play him. That's why I got to play him. If I don't play him, then it's gonna stun him, and we're gonna have to see what his caps are. Also, what's next? Oh, top classes. Didn't see any Virginia Tech in the top 25 recruits. What happened over there at the old VT? I guess you cleaned up last year that you didn't need anybody, huh? Where's our first Virginia Tech guy? Dang, Earls, where's your... There you go. Okay, 52. Edge player. Edge player. You're young. I mean, your roster's freaking young. All right, top classes. As you can see on the side, you got Tennessee, Notre Dame, USC, Penn State, Florida, A&M, LSU, Florida State, NC State, Oklahoma, and 9 of the top 10 are user teams. Notre Dame being the computer, who had assigned 30 players quantity to get number 2. But here we go. Let's look at Tennessee. Nationally, $14 in the top 150 at their positions. You got 2 in the top position in the state. He got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 offensive players and a punter. He took a quarterback. I mean, it's always good to take a quarterback. He's producing them like crazy. Coco was one last year, 2 years ago, who I think started for him this year. So Baraka is going to have to come in and be really, really impressive for him to get some burn. Soto, Webb, contact seekers. Be interested to see what he does speed wise there, acceleration wise. He went with big receivers, 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", and I say tweener because he's not really big, but he's not really small, 6'3". Double D and I've had a little side conversations about this, so I know what he's trying to do on his receiver front. Trying to retool the offensive line, it looks like. That's always a good thing. Then getting edge players is a good thing. Getting one defensive tackle, he probably get more defensive tackle, but he probably could only grab one. But he's got one at every level, so pretty good class for the Vols being number 1. Notre Dame, see what they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the top 150. 1 at the top position. 2 at their state. And that came down to Georgia to get the number 1 defensive tackle. Dang. Quarterback, 2 quarterbacks. 5-star and a 4. 2 running backs. You never know what the computer's going to do or what triggers them in signing and getting players attribute wise too. 6'7". Got some offensive line. Got some defensive line. JUCO sophomore. Got some backers and got corner room, a whole corner room. So hopefully when your boy takes them over, they'll be stocked up for me if I ever get a job interview. Double D says he wants to go heavy on Coco next year. He wanted to run the ball more this season, which running is not a bad combination to winning. What's the saying? I forget, and I'm a coach. Run the ball. Something, run the ball, pass the ball to win, or something like that. I don't know. I forget. I have to look it up. I'm going blank. SC bump and run, defending champs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the top 150. 1 at the top position. 4 number ones in the country of their respective states. No quarterback. He might go portal, but I think he might have a young guy. Halfback, receiver, speedster, Yoder. I like that name, Yoder. Tackle, guard, center. Went heavy O-line. Got him 2 defensive tackles, edge players, some backers, and restocked his corner room. So might see some cuts for the old Trojans. Penn State, Benny cleaned up in the top 25 now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the top 150, but 4 in the top 10. 3 at their positional, 3 in their state. You got a quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, tight end, some O-line, went heavy D tackle, Mike Will, and 2 corners. Yeah, Benny cleaned up in the top 10, bro. It's impressive. I don't know if that's the luck of the coin flip in the recruiting creation in preseason, or if he just chipped away and dug it out. Gator in Florida. 3, 4, and 5 in the top 150. 1 positional no at the no state. I think he's got a young quarterback. I think 3 receivers, some O-line, a lot of backers, 2 corners, 2 safeties. $17 4-stars for old Florida. They didn't get a 3. They didn't get a 5-star. A&M. I'd say Cody might have had the quietest 11-1 season, and he was very, very close to going undefeated. Very, very close. Got bumped out of the SEC title game. That was Tennessee and Oklahoma, but ended up in a pretty good spot, taking on Tulane and facing the defending champ if he wins. 4 in the top 150, 1 positional, no state. Quarterback 5-star, like we touched on earlier. 2 receivers, some O-line replacements. Didn't get very much defense though, so he might have a young defense, or he couldn't get them and he went strictly O. But you can see he didn't sign. He's got 15 and he's 6 in the country, so quality right there for the Aggies. You got Montague, or Montage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the top 150. 1 positional, 2 state. Halfback, you got a fullback. I like that. I usually go after a fullback too. A good fullback. Wide receiver. Some O-line. Not a lot of D-line play, but who knows? A couple of backers, a couple back-end guys. Yak, Florida State. A couple more minutes. 1, 2, 3. 3 in the top 150. Quarterback. 2 quarterbacks. And he's got a young quarterback, too, I think, on the roster. Popick should be the good one. We'll see how these guys look. Some wide receivers. I think Van Horn's. Oh, he's got 2 6'4", 6'5" guys. A tight end, 6'5". So he's getting some blue chippers now. NC State Fern is up in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top 150. No top players in the state. He recruited a fullback too. Now I wonder what he's going to do at quarterback, because Alfred, I thought, is a senior, but he might get drafted. Not very many offensive players. Got a lot of defensive skill that he recruited. And last in the top 10, Oklahoma and Koch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the top 150. 2 positional ones, 4 state ones came into Texas and got the Mike Backer. Looks like he went 4 offensive players in all defense. So that just means he's got either a really young O, or he's just freaking trying to stalk and smother people next year, in the coming years too. All right. I usually go through impact freshmen, but I don't know. We'll hit the All-Americans real quick. Nationally, a computer player. Donis Days, Theo Malden, 2 great running backs. Nasir Holden. I wonder how many records. Did he break the touchdown record? He had to break the touchdown record, right? Marker Horner. I didn't watch much Oregon or A&M this year. I watched some Michigan. I haven't watched any Tulane. Second team. NC State's Crandall, halfback, is really good too. I miss Hickson on my team. Freshman Coco, there you go. 42. He said he ran the ball. He threw 42 touchdowns and almost 5,000 yards. It's 76%. What the freak? I hate to see what heavy on Coco is next year. Sheesh. Yeah, Virginia Tech is all young. Look at that freshman. All right, Wards. Maxwell goes in this year. Holder. BG's really, really good. I'm pumping up his ego right now and it's making him smile. But he does some really good things. I wish I could get the ball to my playmakers like he does. In user games, too. I mean, he doesn't change. Like 114 receptions. He only caught 3 against Oklahoma. He caught 8. He caught 7. He caught 5. So, I mean, shoot. He's getting the ball to him in user games. It's just not him dominating the computer. He's freaking dominating everybody. Walter Camp, Bear Bryant, Coach of the Year award goes to Ball State. Don't know how that is. Definitely should have went to Woo or Smoke or Midge. Davey O'Brien went to computer. 2 users up there. Chuck Benerick went to Penn State and Benny. 37 tackles for loss. Bronco Nagurski, Penn State, Rowe. Same guy, right? Yeah. Jim Thorpe went to a user, ended up quitting because he couldn't find his remote. Whatever that meant. And what else? Who knows what else was going in his life? But kind of weird if you, with the Michigan Ohio State game, you missed that and you quit right after. Doak Walker, Adonis Days. When you force feed and can only run the ball well, you get the Doak Walker. Jeez, Fern. 231 attempts. Almost 2,000 yards for Corey, though. Junior, he probably will go pro. Blitnikov, Nasir. Lombardi, Sapp from Tulane and Smoke. Golden Arm, quarterback. Senior quarterback. Troy, computer. I don't know how you don't give it to Oregon. I guess he had more rushing yards, that's why. Edge rusher, Tulane has 2 of them, so that might be something to see in the playoff game coming up. I think here in a couple hours, if Tulane can pressure Cody, if he can do that, he might have a shot. Outland Trophy, Babcock from LSU. John Mackey Award, tight end from Oregon. And Trell. Behind him, Cody, Bum and Run, PBC. Broyles World Award, computer. Dick Buckus, Penn State. Are we back at the top? No. Dick Buckus, Penn State. Mike, he swept 3 awards. Artie Rowe swept 3 awards. Remington, Iowa, and Tox. Lou Groves Award, computer kicker. Any users up here? Yeah, Emmett from Florida State. Ray Guy, all computer, no users on the list. Jet Award, Robbie Doss. I think he took one back in the playoff game, too. One of his guys did. Freshman. And freshman of the year goes to Teddy Hyde out of UTEP. With 3 users coming in behind. And last but not least, your Heisman winner goes to Midgie and JMU. Nasir Holder. So I wonder what it's going to take to get a quarterback. Thank you, Smoke. I'm not pressing you, bruh. I'm not like those others, but I think you could have played last night with the baby. I'm kind of rooting for you, man. I'm kind of rooting for you. You're the guy that has you got the chips up against them, man. You throw them in bed and go play the game. I got 3 of them. I know how to do it. All right. Typically I would go look through some freshman stats. Yeah, she's gonna wake up when game time is. You're screwed. Um, but I'm gonna come back during off season and try to stream and go look at season stats in between if I can do that. If I'm quick enough. Preston caught a few balls this year. But I gotta use your game over in Premiere, so that's what I'm doing. All right, we on. We done. We conclude this running back quick 34-minute stream. We out.